Good morning. I'm Baron Battlebred, back again with Whispers and Regate. And when we last left off, the party was in a fight. The ship was about to attack a series of direwolves with its cannons, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to jump right back into the action here. And Gimbal, what's going on?
We'll just say because of angle, there's going to be one cannon targeting each direwolf. The aft three cannons are going to be targeting each of the direwolves.
So the ship itself is firing them, so I guess you technically don't have disadvantage, but they are at an off angle. Nah, we'll give you the straight roll on it. So go ahead and roll me the d20 plus dex.
Okay.
I guess.
I'll tell you what the dice rolls are, and you tell me what you think, because I got an 18, a 12, and a 17.
The 18 and the 17 definitely hit. The 12 does not.
Okay.
They missed it by 1. You would need a 13 or better to hit the direwolf.
I think the question we're asking here is, does the ship have any bonus to add?
I don't necessarily want to use my actual ship's dice rolls because they are extremely overpowered, and I don't think I could ever miss the direwolves if I fired using the actual stats of the gambit.
I would say that in this current instance, the ship is in a crater. The direwolves are above the crater currently. And while you don't have a gunner, so I'm giving you you get to attack without the disadvantage, but we're not going to use a bonus on it because the cannons themselves are.
So it's just straight dice rolls, no.
It's a straight dice roll from the cannons.
Okay, because like I said, even a +1 bonus on that 12 will get a hit.
Right. So we're just going to take straight dice rolls from the cannons because they are not currently using a gunner. And on that note, you hit 2 of the dire wolves. What kind of damage do your cannons do by themselves?
48 plus 8.
4d8 plus 8. Gotcha.
That's 30 damage on one.
Okay. One is dead.
And the other one is 27 points of damage.
Haha, he's still alive, but he's very hurt.
One gets blown away, the other one gets a limb missing.
Yeah, one of them is toast. The other one took it to the forehead, and he's a little woozy, but he's not dead yet. And the other one missed completely. He was probably just a little too far back from the edge.
Don't worry about the dislodged eyeball on the one.
Yeah, that's fine.
That, I believe, brings us back to William's turn. And William is currently down, surrounded, and injured. And so his best course of action is likely survival. How does he survive here?
No.
He's going to...
No.
Well, he could do that. Oh, he could do this.
And maybe this one, and maybe this one.
Hang on, he has a lot of abilities. But because if I turn into mist, right? If I turn into a cloud of mist, I can't attack you. But you can still technically attack me, and that's not going to help. What I should do is William is going to reach out. He's going to wrap his hand around your ankle rise, and he's going to cast Blight.
Oh, okay.
And I need you to make a con save.
Oh, sweet. Literally my highest save. 31.
Jesus Christ.
Got a higher save than I do.
What do you mean 31?
I have a plus 15 on my con saves.
I'm a +9. That's good. Damn.
Bloodhunter gives you a lot of bonuses to con save.
Okay, well, you take half as much damage, so those are d8s. That's okay. All right, that is... Ooh, there's some good rolls in here. That's 51 damage reduced to 25. You take 25 necrotic damage.
I spit up some blood and bile on, allegedly, the vampire's face.
And Strahd is going to attempt to stand up.
Strahd?
From William to Strahd? Jesus.
Sorry, I'm using his character sheet. It's the closest. It's the only vampire that I had access to.
Plot twist: the combat just got 10 times more difficult.
No, I'm only using parts of his character sheet.
Suddenly, nightmares form around you. A castle appears out of the ground. The night itself seems to attack.
It was all an illusion.
Fuck, the cat's out of the bag, I guess.
Plot twist: welcome to the card of Curse of Strahd.
You killed my simulacrum.
Gimbal snaps and goes, oh, I've seen this episode.
No, his first simulacrum was destroyed by an anti-magic field when you fucking guys first got here. Anyway.
Welcome to Curse of Regate.
William's gonna try and And roll me a strength check, Rise, since you're technically standing on him.
I have advantage. So 20 is one
Yes, that's-
option.
I got a 7.
20 is my best.
Okay, well, you win because I got a 7. I'm
Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
not doing well.
I am going to maul his face.
I'm not doing very good. Anyway, William is not happy, and that is his action. Okay, Sarah, your turn.
Stabby.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
19. Yeah, that hit.
He's prone, so our melee attacks automatically crit.
No, only if they're unconscious
Gotcha.
or incapacitated, I guess, technically.
Copy. It's just advantage for
13 magical piercing damage.
That hurts a lot. William is not happy. That brings us to the Gambit's turn. Is the Gambit doing anything now that the intruder is off the ship?
Yeah, now that the intruder is off the ship, the next step is to keep them from getting back on. So a semi-translucent blue wall is going to appear emanating from the top of the railings, and the outer bulkheads also start to glow with a blue light. I need to know if any adversarial creatures try to touch the wall or breach through it in any form or fashion, teleporting included.
Okay, and that brings us to the Wolves initiative. And from the top deck, they're going to dive at Rise and at Sarah. So let's see. With a 19 to hit Sarah and a
Let the dangly eyeball one run at me.
nat 1 to hit Rise. Okay, so the Fresh Wolf is diving for Sarah. The one that got hit in the head is diving for Rise.
The one that attacks Sarah, can I use Blood Curse of... Is this the right one?
I don't know. While you're looking for this, the
got it.
one that
Okay.
was mangled dives towards you, and unfortunately, since it missed, it's going to hit the ground, and it does not have enough health to survive the bludgeoning damage.
I just walked it flat next to me.
Yes.
As soon as the one going for Sarah goes to attack, I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay, what does that do?
The creature within 30 feet, once it gets down, you see make attack. I use my reaction to roll a d6 and subtract the result from the creature's attack roll.
It's fine.
You sure?
Yes.
It's not going to help?
No,
Oh,
you missed.
never mind then.
Okay.
I just watched the one splatter and am confused.
Okay, well, because it doesn't get advantage because its ally is no longer... no pack tactics here.
So I'm just imagining, like, for this wolf that actually like went after me, right? It goes to bite me, and it goes to bite like the middle of my chest, and it's just like flat, and it wasn't expecting it, and so it's just like bashed the front of its teeth against my skin, or against my metal
it takes,
skin.
What is-
a
what's your
bite at
AC?
you. Yeah, what is your AC?
25.
Yeah,
Good
okay.
fucking God. Okay.
It takes a bite at you, and I guess, you know, it doesn't realize that you're a metal person.
Yeah.
You hear something go clunk.
It's just slobbering on the metal.
And the wolf pulls back and is just glaring at both of you like, how dare you?
That did not taste good.
No, I'm imagining it did not.
It just tastes like
that-
licking a penny.
Daily intake of iron.
Brings us to Rise's turn. Rise, it's your turn.
Yay! I'm going to swipe my arms across my chest. I need to take...
Are you attacking yourself?
Sort of. I take 3 necrotic, and you watch as both of my claws burst into lightning.
Oh.
Okay. Sure.
First swipe, 22. Does that hit Vampire Boy?
That hits William. Yes.
So that's going to be 8 plus a 1d8 of lightning.
Ow.
That's a lot of lightning.
Wow. So 8 magical slashing and 1 lightning.
That's not a lot of lightning.
It's not.
Second, does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
11 magical slashing plus
Nice.
6 lightning.
That's better.
Nice.
Sure, you've outdone the damage you did to yourself.
He's still alive.
And with that, since I hit him with a Crimson Right active, he is now hit with a Brand of Castigation.
And what does that do?
Now that he's done that, he is marked for as long as he is on the same plane as existence. Every time he attacks a creature that is not me, he takes 4 psychic damage, and the brand lasts until I dismiss it.
Got it. Well, on that action, he is upset that you clawed at him with lightning, and since he can't attack somebody else,
He can also not go invisible, I apologize.
yeah, he's going to bite you.
Is William standing again?
No, he's still on the ground. He... he's gonna bite you. Give you something good. 25 to hit.
I'm going to use my Blood Curse and try to roll a d6.
Huh?
Let's see if I can reduce it.
You got to reduce it by. You need a 5 or a 6. That's still a 21.
No, because because my AC is 21. That reduces to 21. He still hits, huh?
You get bitten. So you are going to take 7 points of piercing damage. There's a +4 there.
I take half.
Okay. And
Does this provoke an attack of opportunity?
no, he's still standing there. You're also going to take 15 necrotic damage. And your hit point maximum is also reduced by 15.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
Delicious. You see him lick his lips as he stares up at you with defiance on his face.
Max HP modifier minus 15.
Yep. All right. Anything else from you, Rise?
No, that's it.
All right. That brings us to Shimmer's turn.
Want to guess what I'm gonna do?
Murder the fuck out of this shithead.
Oh, he takes 4 psychic damage for biting me.
Why?
Part of the Brand of Castigation. It's me or other allies.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So anyway, I'm gonna start Eldritch Blasting.
Oh no.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah. 27 does hit.
Turn them into pulp.
And 21 to hit.
21 also hits. Low rolls. Low rolls. Low rolls. Low rolls.
12
Oh.
and 15.
Damn.
Oh, there goes what he got back. Okay. Ouch. That really hurts.
And I'm gonna give Sarah, Rise, which one of you want Bardic Inspiration?
Rise.
Sure.
Oh man.
Yeah, you have Bardic Inspiration now.
Rise is capable of doing a lot more than Sarah can.
And I'm not even using my weapons. I'm just clawing.
After getting blasted, Eldritch Blast, William is going to dash out from underneath Sarah and Rise.
Oh, this sounds like it provokes an attack of opportunity.
I would agree.
You would think so, but this is his last legendary action.
Mm,
He can move up to his speed without provoking opportunity attack.
sounds like some shenanigans.
He used 2 of his 3 actions to bite Rise, and his last action will be to run away.
Goodbye.
Bravely ran away.
You watch as he keeps running. He's kind of like partially vertical now, about halfway up the cliff face of the crater. Elise, your turn.
So we'll start with a bonus action to telekinetically shove the guy towards me. He's got to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
Why do you keep doing this to him?
Because you fucked with us, now he gonna die.
He hasn't succeeded on his strength check this whole time.
All right. I actually have to move. I have to move before that. I'm gonna slide down.
Okay, well, strength check.
Strength check.
That's not good. That's a 4 plus
He
4.
gets telekinetically pulled towards you.
You pull him off the wall, so now he's just gonna plummet.
He's gonna take falling damage for trying to run vertically. Haha, fuck you, bitch.
Okay, as he's falling, anything you would like to do, Elise? You want to take a shot at him or something?
Yeah, with the chill touch that prevents him from healing, and also will give him disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
You are evil. Go ahead and roll. Do I have to roll against it, or do you roll to hit me?
I roll to hit you with my critical hit
Okay.
for 19 necrotic damage.
Yeah, okay. So you guys watch as Elise jumps off the edge of the ship. You watch as William gets yanked off the wall violently by an invisible force, and then a spectral hand reaches up and just pokes him, and you watch as he poofs into a cloud of mist, just dissipates, gone.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
William is dead. Hey, Thaddeus, it's your turn. There's an angry wolf.
Thaddeus does not have any ranged weapons out right now. Thaddeus is just kind of standing there. In fact, Thaddeus is probably just going to pass his turn.
Can I actually change my Bardic Inspirations? Because, like, I remembered that Shimmer does not like Rise right now.
That's fair.
They're not friends.
That's fair.
So basically, I'm gonna shift that to, I guess, Elise.
I'm here for it.
Thaddeus, on your turn, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw before you do anything.
Uh-oh.
7.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Red mist flows up your nostrils.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
53.
53.
I forgot you were rolling a percentile for a second there.
I was like,
So
what
did
the
I.
fuck did you roll? Yeah.
Thaddeus, you feel a sense of dread come over you as the skeleton behind you looks at you menacingly in your eyes. It's going to attack. You have to defend yourself.
Can't I just jump over the side of the ship?
Nope.
Lame.
According to this, you must use your action to attack the nearest creature. So roll me to hit.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be a light hammer.
Oh no.
You're gonna bonk clack.
With a 10 to hit.
Oh, with a 10 to hit. Does that bonk clack?
No.
No?
No, it doesn't bonk. It doesn't
It
bonk.
doesn't bonk. Thaddeus, you swing at him and it doesn't work.
You're not a real bonky boy.
Maybe he's not even standing there. You're not even sure at this point.
Maybe Clack was the friends he made along the way.
But that brings us to the top of the round. Gimbal, your turn.
Gimbal is going to start chanting into the wheel and the 4 aft cannons. I need them to have targets. The dire wolves, I guess, the dire wolf that's left.
Okay.
2 of the cannons are going to cast magic missile.
What do you mean the cannons are gonna cast magic missile?
When Gimbal's at the helm, he can basically use the ship as a arcane focus, and therefore his cannons can be used to cast spells through them.
Yeah, okay. Sure. 2 of the cannons cast magic missile at the remaining dire wolf.
It's not heightened. It's not heightened, so you don't have to worry about that.
How many darts are you hitting it with?
It's going to be a total of it's 3 darts at first level, right?
Yes, but you cast 2, so that's 6 total darts of D4s.
Let me roll them real quick. That's 18 points in total for dice roll, so that's +1 on each, so that should be 20, I believe. So it's 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 20 points of damage in total.
20 points of damage as 6 magic missiles fly out of the ship and blast the side of this dire wolf in front of you, Sarah.
Wow.
The puppy goes, but he is not dead, and he's still snarling at you. Anything else from you, Gimbal?
The other cannon is going to cast Mark on the red mist.
Okay. What does Mark do?
Essentially, it makes it so that as long as whatever that mist is stays on this particular plane, Gimbal will know where it is at all times.
Okay. Well, cast it on the mist, and the mist is going to start blowing away.
Mm-hmm.
Because William's turn is now skipped, that brings us to Sarah's turn. Sarah, there is a wounded dire wolf in front of you.
Oh, I thought it was dead.
No, he is not dead.
I'll poke it.
Yeah, sure. Poke it.
Yeah, 19 dead.
19 will hit.
Rolling a lot of 12s. 9 points of magical piercing damage.
Nice. Well, now he's dead. You stick your sword in him, and this dire wolf just falls over dead. And that will pull us out of combat. Congratulations. You have defeated William and his pets.
I will extend a hand to the werewolf.
At this point, a blue wave forms from the center of the ship,
Oh, come on.
washing out over the people.
Now that cancels out detect thoughts.
It would, but you are currently outside the ship, at least. The only people that this would affect due to the ship's defenses, Thaddeus, Shimmer, and Gimbal.
It won't affect Gimbal.
Well, I mean, it'll wash over you.
Yeah, there's only certain effects that Gimbal wouldn't have access to following that blue wave.
The blue wave washes out from inside the ship, crashes into the shield of the ship's defenses, and stops. Elise, you will be falling again. Not Elise, Shimmer. God, sorry. Elise, you are fine.
Another fall again.
Shimmer, you are falling again. You survive, no problem. Thaddeus,
Yes.
having attacked the creature in front of you, in this moment, that feeling of dread vanishes. You don't know why you just attacked this skeleton. It didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I turn to the skeleton. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Clack shrugs and just chitters a little bit.
As for the rest of you, the combat is over. Congratulations. What would you like to do now?
Extend a hand to Rise.
Can I try to capture the red mist in a jar?
Go get this.
I got a jar of mist.
I got a jar of blood.
Okay, hang on. Try that again. What do you want to do?
I have both a single glass jar and 2 vials on me. I want to try to capture the red mist that's dissipating in a jar.
Okay. The red mist is currently about 30 feet up the wall and flying away on the wind. I'm going to need an athletics check from you to even attempt this.
And with my hybrid form, I have extra jump height.
Real quick, what's the weather like, Dungeon Master?
We see if I can roll higher. Have advantage.
Clear, bit windy.
Is it sunny out?
It is sunny out. And yes,
Interesting.
that was a factor in this current situation.
Interesting.
Rise with that roll, with a 24, you guys watch as the werewolf just dashes away from you suddenly, runs up the edge of the wall, leaps off of it, and with a jar in hand, runs it through the center of the red mist that is currently floating away, capturing a part of it in the jar. You have a jar of red mist.
Cool. I stuff it in a silver pouch, close it, and stick it in my backpack.
Okay. Gimbal, at this point, your mark spell is still following the red mist, but is now locating 2 parts of the creature.
Fair enough.
Sarah, Elise, and Rise, you are currently outside the ship, and the ship's defenses are activated. Gimbal, how does that work?
Anybody that is seen as an ally can pass through the barrier unimpeded.
I will drop wolf form and put both hands up.
Or we'll walk to the side of the ship.
One of the things that Gimbal has to do when telling Gambit to set up defenses is essentially designate who are allies and who are enemies.
I just want to imagine I see 2 cannons just point at me. I just drop wolf form, hands go up.
It's also going to be Elisa's sword. Like, she's not going to attack you.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
She's got the sword pointed directly at the child.
I do remember how this situation started. I don't remember anything before that,
I will
but I remember that.
extend a hand of friendship
You got one hand of friendship, one sword of aggression.
and 2 cannons of.
And an Eldritch Blast being in a hand.
I don't recall if Rise was seen as an ally or enemy.
I started as an enemy, so probably.
All I seen was friendship. So
Like I said, Gimbal sets targets as these are all allies. Everything else is an enemy. So Rise would probably still be labeled as enemy for the purposes of Gambit's defenses.
Okay, so you guys are currently surrounding Rise, who is voluntarily surrendering.
I drop back to 4'8" form. Both hands go up. Sleeves are dangling way too stretched out for a little while. Drop down to my shoulders. And there is slight tears in the eye and confusion.
Sarah, previously you looked at this werewolf as obviously an adult, and now suddenly they're a child in front of you?
that's still bigger than me.
Still bigger than you. But this is definitely not the adult that you thought they were.
Just a shorter adult.
A shorter adult. That seems about right.
Who are y'all? Where am I?
I was going to ask you the same questions.
Some of those are very, very good questions. Where are we? If I turn to the rest of everyone else and see that they're all brandishing weapons.
I look to Sarah and I say, I'll explain later.
Explain yourself, small child.
There is a very genuine sense of absolute confusion.
With Elisa's detect thoughts is still active.
Yes.
So she's going to just go for surface thoughts on Rise.
Okay.
See what he's thinking.
There is very, very little mental activity going on other than sheer fear and confusion. Like, what's going on? Where am I wearing? Where am I? That's a shiny thing. That lady's holding a big shiny ball aimed at my face.
With a confused individual, Elise, give me an investigation check to see what you can pick out of their mind that is cohesive.
17.
With a 17, you manage, like, their mind is racing. Their thoughts going in every direction from, how did we get here? Who are you? Why was I attacking that guy? Wait a minute. And then you find a couple of very clear thoughts of, I know him. He was a friend. I lost that friendship, so we attacked him. As Rise is watching the mist fade away. He deserved it. I wonder who these people are.
Who am I?
Maintaining eye contact on Rise with the sword still. Elise is going to telepathically talk to Shimmer, send a message telepathically. The child seems confused, as though that vampire was controlling his mind.
Shimmer will sigh and say, well, to be fair, he could control his mind for a second, so... And she's gonna let her Eldritch Blast die.
Elise, and then you see a picture of a juice box appear in my mind without the name for what it's actually called.
Generic juice box.
Generic juice box. It's not a box.
Not a
Oh
box.
my god.
Not a juice.
Not a juice.
Elise will sheathe her sword. This is a child. She'll have nothing else to do with him. Children disgust her.
Fair enough.
But at least she's not threatening him anymore.
The child's still looking at the 2 cannons and a bunch of weird animated bones.
You're a very shiny metal girl.
Yeah, but as soon as the child sees the bones, there's a slight bit of drool that starts appearing at the side of the mouth.
Valid.
Can I put my arms down?
Huh? What? Yeah. Wait. Yes? Yes? Gimbal looks around and like, yes?
Okay. Arms start going down.
Gimbal will put Gambit more in a observational posture. The bulkheads will cease to glow.
So, I suppose at this point, the rest of you can clamber back onto the ship.
Is there like a ladder or something? If not, I'm just sticking my claws
Yes.
in the hole and
Yeah,
climbing.
there's a ladder.
There are several ladders. This is not the first time that people have had to climb up the side of the ship.
First time I've had to.
Well, when the ship's in its defensive posture, the ladders sink into the bulkheads, but they reemerge once the ship is no longer in a defensive posture. It's now in an observational posture, which basically means that the traps on the deck can still be activated as a reaction, but nothing's preventing people from coming in or off the ship.
I will climb up the port side and start basically gnawing on the nearest skeleton's leg.
After you guys all clamber back up onto the ship and, you get yourself sorted, you've had a long day at this point. I would say it's coming into late evening, and I think you all deserve the benefit of a long rest.
Yay!
As you all settle down for your long rest, you go to sleep, and
I make meal.
you make a meal?
I make a meal.
Okay. As everyone else lays down, you go about your business making a meal. Roll me d20, and because of your tools, add your proficiency modifier.
10.
Okay. As you set about making your meal, you find the ship's galley, you put your tools to work, and you start making something to eat, I guess. In the middle of it, unfortunately, you are stopped as another blue flash envelops the ship.
Shimmer is pushed out of the necklace again. He tiredly just goes back in.
Gimble's gonna be like, all right, I gotta know, what the hell is that? That is like the third time this has happened. That is not normal. What's going on?
All right. Gimbal, do you want to go investigate?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Gimble's pissed.
Gimbal, you make your way down the ship, checking each level, looking for the source of this blue flash. Roll me an investigation check.
Is he doing this into the night while everybody's sleeping, finding it, or is this happening like in the first instance of us sitting down?
He's doing this into the night while everybody's sleeping.
Cool. I'm just gonna watch because I keep watching the pretty blue lights fly out.
That's a 19 on the die.
You make your way through the ship. You're searching, and you find deep in the bowels of the ship, you find a hole in the hull.
Of course I do.
It's a slight hole, like vertical, and you find what made it. Lodged in a piece of ship's machinery down here in a random bit of the engine, you find a shard. It's almost like glass, but at the same time, it's not like any glass that you've ever seen. It's got a golden hue, but it's a light blue color.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Did I see a small green man go over to the side of the ship?
Yeah. So you find this shard sticking out of a piece of machinery, and as you get close to it, as the ship's machinery around it is whirring and moving, it sets off a teeny tiny blue flash, as if something is charging it and failing. You go and you pick it up and you pull it out of what it's stuck in. And as you're holding it, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, that's good. That's a nat 20.
A vision flashes through your head, and you see hands that aren't yours. They're red and clawed, and they seem to be covered in bracelets, but they're sitting at a table, like a full scattering of spell components set out, and they're grabbing various things, holding them in their hands, and each time they release them, another blue flash is created, and then the vision fades.
Okay. I'm going to produce a jar. How big is this item?
I would say it's probably about the size of a hand mirror.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was envisioning. I have these containment jars that are purposefully designed to contain anomalies of insane proportions stolen from the SCP Foundation.
Of course.
Yeah, and Gimbal is going to put this shard of glass into the jar and cork it.
Okay.
Then heave a sigh of relief. Oh, finally. Every single time.
All right.
Anyways, I will go back up to the top of the ship, kind of like haphazardly tossing the jar in my hand and just like, that's right, I got you, bitch.
You have successfully contained the blue flash. You make your way back up to the top of the ship. You see Rise staring at you.
Hello?
Shiny.
Yes, it is.
Can I play with it?
No, I think that's not a good idea. I'm pretty sure I literally have lightning in a bottle here.
I can do lightning. I poke myself and my fingernail catches on lightning.
Yes, you can.
You keep the jar with you, Gimbal, as you make your way back to your quarters. And after a couple hours, into their long rest, everyone starts waking back up, fully refreshed, ready for the new day. Dawn is back on. What would you guys like to do?
In this time frame, Gimbal has studied the thing and should have come up with at least a decent concept of what it is he's handling and whether or not he would want to keep it, and has determined that he didn't want to keep it because of reasons.
Okay.
I know this is going to seem odd, but in the night, is there anything on this ship or any things that contain liquid?
There's a barrel on deck with potable water.
I'm just going to go around poking stuff and seeing if any liquid that comes out tastes like what I'm imagining from that box. And just trying various liquids on the ship.
You would not find anything that tastes like from that box in the containers on this ship.
I don't happen to stumble across anything poison or toxic while I'm at it, huh?
Yes, you would.
Roll me a Constitution save, I guess.
23.
Well, you don't die.
You might have a little bit of dysentery.
That barrel's
I can't
spicy,
get
but
these.
it doesn't kill you.
All right. Just to spend the rest of the night with my bone on top of the ship.
As you guys wake up in the morning, Gimbal approaches your group with a jar of something.
So I found this. This was the thing that was making the big bluey flashy nonsense. And if you, I'm guessing y'all haven't noticed, but it ain't doing it anymore because it's in here. But I'm guessing this needs to go with you.
This might be a version of the meteor that you were sent out to discover. Could this be a falling star in the jar? You're not sure. Probably best to take it with you on your journey back to Regate, though.
Star in a jar.
All right, we'll take it with us. I suppose it'll do us more good than damaging our ship, as it were.
Maybe it could be used to stop the ritual. Can't perform magic if it keeps getting interrupted.
Ooh, that's true. That's a good choice. You can have an inspiration die from that from me. Good job. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
A thunk was had.
They think to thunk.
Maybe there's still time to save our city yet.
You would know that there is 1 day until the festival begins. So there's currently 8 days until the situation at the end of the festival happens.
What's a
So
city?
plenty of time.
At least he's just ignoring the child.
Shimmer kind of Shimmer glances at the child before looking away and not answering whatsoever.
I'm just
All right.
squatted by y'all, tail waggling, chewing on the bone, and just talking out the corner of my mouth.
Well, with the object in hand, a new day beginning, I would say that you guys make your preparations to head back to the city with what is probably what you're looking for the L.I.Z.A.R.D. And on that note, I think it's probably best if we end the episode here and we get into the rest of it when we come back.
You guys don't get a cliffhanger this time.
No, this is a solid ending to the quest. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's pretty cool. But that's going to be all for now. When we return next episode, I'm sure the Time Breakers will continue to impress us.
Time breakers, time breakers.
Our listeners here are doing a great job of sharing us to their friends and family. We would appreciate it, and we hope you continue to do so. We enjoy it very much.
Especially you.
You're our favorite listener. You
You
specifically.
know who you are.
You should come join the Discord. Link is in the description, and talk to us. Have some conversations. We might use some of your ideas against each other. If you come talk to me in secret, I might just kill the party for you if you ask nicely.
What?
You can leave a rating, leave a review, and tell us how you really feel. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.